Hey, what up? It's New Age Jah, and welcome back to Mystical Illuminations. Hopefully, my camera doesn't freeze on me today because that would be so frustrating. So, there's something scurrying behind me in there somewhere. I don't know what it is, but I'm aware of it. There's a lot of bunnies and stuff, but for some reason, this one doesn't sound like a bunny. So, there's some cherries over there that I really want. I'd love to just have the discipline to raise the vibration of the cherries and make them lighter and have them come float to me. Although the vibrations of the cherry is already high, but only once digested into the body can you get the maximum benefit of the frequency digesting. A lot of basically an ego surgery is happening right now with Mars and Leo. Mars being the scalpel, the tool, the sharp tool, the precision of a surgeon, the dominance and assertion of a warrior, the fearlessness and direct nature of Mars, integrating or basically slicing its way through Leo with great precision, looking and cutting off excess fat of what and who you think you are, as well as your creative and intellectual potentials. There's a surgery happening right now in regards to your will and the expression that you seek. Mars in Leo exudes great dominance, but can be self-inflicting, as the surgery should be made upon self. Psychic surgery, you say? More like egoic surgery, cutting off the excess fat. The moon is in Virgo, and at this time, the ascendant is also in Virgo. So we are ascending through Virgo right now with the Virgo moon there. And so today is bringing us an awareness in regards to a healing or routine care factor that is essential to your nature. So Virgo here, so we have Mars going through Leo, bringing precision to the beauty of the expression, to the main. And then we have the moon rising through Virgo, which allows us to peer into our healing nature, allowing us to really get to the bottom and foundation to an issue, one that may result directly from your digestive tract, or one that really allows you to get down to the central issue of perhaps a nervous tic or a nervous expression. There is an insight in regards to something that's been having you anxious, full of angst, keeping you from exemplifying the haughty attributes of Leo. Virgo, in fact, is extremely humbling in nature. And it's humbling in the ways that it picks up on the details and the facts and the minutia of every being, which tends to bring out the imperfections or the imperfections of the being. imperfections in the details of, let's say, the skin, or the face, the moon, the body, or even the mind, the emotional nature. But no, in this case, the surgery or the detection or the dissection is happening in your creative, childlike, expressive, entertaining, romantic sector of life. All things related to heart expression. Virgo can be a complete blow to a Leo. Especially a Leo Mars who doesn't care to see where there might be imperfection. Not quite yet. I'm not here to worry about what's imperfect. I'm here to just cut right down to the chase and get to the heart of the matter. And then I'll look at the details. Because if all those details were as so prevalent now, then I wouldn't be able to get through to the point that I'm getting at with such extreme precision, because Mars in Virgo is, it's an attack. So Mars in Leo is a little bit happier there until it has to confront maybe the mistakes that it made, or it has to go back. It's basically like writing a piece. And there's no point in editing and reviewing in the midst of your writings. It's when you go back and review that you can put in the details, right? You have to keep up with the speed and pace of your mind, Sun in Gemini, and allow the Sun, that is also ruled by Mercury, with the Moon in Virgo, both being ruled by Mercury, so communicating and writing and thinking in quick movement is highly susceptible at the moment, which requires an extreme creative and theatric precision, and allowing the words and the expression or the jotting down or the creative path to unfold itself before going back into the critical or state of criticism. Virgo following this Leo energy, it doesn't make sense for it to precede, but it eventually happens. When Mars goes into Virgo, that then too can be completely cut off if the expression, if the work, the ego work is done now, which makes the detail work later happen so much more smoothly and less painfully. So today brings you an awareness of where a particular anxious behavior or an energetic lack is able to be cut off, an excess lack from the ego mind. Today is a critical and practical, brings a very critical and practical energy that is calling you to set calm. But in calm, there's calamity. There's calm in calamity. To set calm to the internal calamity so that the expression can remain unobstructed with clean cuts. I always say it's better to cut something with a clean, sharp edge than giving it a jaggedness to it. And when you allow your anxieties and your anxiousness and the imperfections to actually cause jags and rigs in your blade, hence giving you a more painful, ugly, destructive cut that is harder to mend later on. The blade is quite sharp now, and the blade will remain in its precision or in its sharpness or in its clean cutting as long as you keep the Virgo angst and the need to double check and check now before the act is actually even completed, where the perfection can then be brought to you later. The cleanup work happens later. At the moment, you can be, again, intellectually and emotionally aware of what it is that you're really releasing, so that you don't bring extra criticism to the party. Right. But it's not. But there's no need for you to grasp onto it, so to say, as air intellectual energy is very great at remaining intact, but the earthiness of Virgo tends to hold on to things a little bit more. It's like a vibration or a shock shaking up the earth, and the vibration carries on for miles to come, the aftershock. We're becoming aware of that and cutting that off before it travels further than it needs to. So I'm going to pull some cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and I'm not going to take long because I have like 9% battery left. So thank you, Heavenly Divine. Can we see the result of the Mars Leo transit with that? What is that going to look like? The void, dark moon. It's still in its infantile stage right now. Yep, number 1. It's still in its infantile stage. The ego presentation is not here yet. It's still in the works. It's still in its infant stage. And if you are dispelling something, you're dispelling an infantile structure, being, or attachment that has kept you stunted in your growth for some time. And the Mars Leo transit is cutting off that excess fat, hence bringing you back into a childlike feeling state, as well as releasing an infantile and childlike state. I think we're going to just do 2 more. New moon, new beginnings, exactly. So after the dark moon, always follows a new moon for new beginnings. Number 2. Okay, new beginnings, yes, because we have snow, cold, frost, and we're going to step into warmth, abundance, sunlight, the calm within the calamity. The dark moon is calamity. New moon begins to bring illumination there, going from the snow, cold, to the spring. 3. Waning gibbous moon, resilience. So this Mars Leo transit is going to bring us a deep rebirth, cutting off an infantile structure that you no longer need to carry, then catapulting you into this childlike, womb-like state, allowing you to walk into your new beginnings, anew, being birthed from the winter. And you will be able to exude a newfound resilience, as this transformation was not an easy one. She has like a bundle full of like, it looks like she was cleaning out her garden, and there's all kinds of like legs and arms and yuck and disgust in this bag of waste that she's carrying. And this is everything that was cut off and trimmed from your internal garden, from this internal state. And you no longer have to carry on this, like these monsters, these excess waste. You no longer have to carry it. What brings you a newfound resilience. A newfound resilience. You're releasing this baggage, this weight, this cutting off from your garden that you no longer needed. Virgo is tending to that garden. Queen of Swords, yep. Clean, cold, precision. I said only 2 more cards in here. Again, I'm just illuminating each of these, and we're on 6%, so I need to hurry up. Okay, Page of Swords for the void, yep. So again, this is a logical, internal, this is a logical, clean, precise what's the word, like examination that's happening, and it's best that you stay in your logical mind and understand that this is a cleaning, clearing process, and it's not always pleasant. Okay. Yep. And then with resilience, we'll have the Knight of Wands. We'll be able to move away from this work pretty soon. I would say more so in Leo season, but for now, the pruning is still happening. So, yeah, until next time, I'll talk to you and later.